Hi everyone, I just want to take a few minutes and show you how to navigate our Blackboard website. I'm using a Blackboard course that has already finished. So this is not your exact Blackboard course, but it's set up very similarly. So I figured I'd use this one where everything is kind of already there, so you can see the finished product, so to say. Now, when you log into your Blackboard course, you're going to be on the announcements page. That's your landing page. And this is where I'll post important announcements in the class. They could be updates. They could be reminders about upcoming due dates. They could be if I have finished grading something, and so on. So you do want to get in the habit of whenever you sign in, just to check the announcements to see if anything has been posted. If I have an announcement that I think is particularly important, so like a reminder about a due date, or I finished grading, an assignment or something like that, I will also usually send it to your email. So you may also get some of them via email, but if they're less important announcements, you may just see them here. So I do encourage you just to check in and make sure you've read all the announcements every few days. Under that, you'll see your syllabus and our course information. So here, if you need a copy of the syllabus, you'll have that there. I will post my schedule here as well, just so you have an idea of when I'm in class or when I have office hours and things like that. Under faculty info, you will see my information, so my email, my office location, and again, I updated office hours for that semester, if they're in person or if they're on Zoom. And then the big thing for you guys is going to probably be the course content folder. And in this folder, I'm going to post all your material that you're going to need for the course, and I organize it by week. I usually have my weeks run from Monday through Sunday, although sometimes the week may be short. Typically, the first week of our semester is a little bit shorter than the full week, just to stay organized. So I like that Monday through Sunday schedule, and so that way it's consistent, except for, again, like I said, maybe the beginning or last week of the course if those dates are a little bit off. But what you can do when you click into your folder is you'll see what you should be working on that week. So again, this was a different class, but that week they had an introduction discussion, and I usually try to write next to my discussion title if they're graded or non-graded. Typically in a 15-week fully online class, I like to do a graded discussion every other week. If it's not a fully online course, you may see discussions kind of sporadic throughout the semester. So again, in that weekly folder, you'll see if you have a graded discussion due that week. If you do have a graded discussion, your discussion post should all be in by the end of that week. So they are due that week, and they're typically not accepted late. So you want to make sure you are participating in that graded discussion. You'll also see if you have a reading assignment, so this follows along in the text. I do encourage you to do the reading. When I do the lectures, I may not always do every single example, so you do want to review your text as well. Underneath that, you'll see a few different things. So you may see a lecture note section. You may have video links here as well. In other semesters, I have sometimes done like a Zoom session or something like that. So whatever you have for your lecture, you'll have that here. So you'll see typically some sort of Word document, which is a guided lecture note. You don't have to print those out. If you have a printer, I strongly encourage you to do that because they go along with the video lectures. But if you don't have one, that's okay. You can still kind of read them and then take notes on your own, and that's okay too. And then within this section, like I said, for this class, I had a live session. Sometimes I'll just post recorded videos, which I do most of the time as well. So whatever your lecture note or your video lectures are, they'll be posted here as well. You'll see homework assignments. So if you have homework assignments in Mymathlab due that week, or if you have a test or a quiz, anything else that's due, it's going to be posted here. So for this week, this class had 3 homework assignments that they should be working on. And then usually I just have some extra resources. So if you're using Mymathlab, multimedia library in Mymathlab is really helpful. So you can go in there and you can search by section to find additional videos, PowerPoints, and so on. So I do recommend that. And again, you may see additional resource links in your course, and these may vary from course to course. So that first content folder, you definitely want to check that every single week. It's usually posted like the night before the week would start. And then that's going to tell you what you should be working on that week. If you actually click into any assignments that are due, like the homework, you'll be able to see specific due dates there. But again, if you're working on all this material for the week, then you're on the right track. Now there's some other helpful links here too. So one is Mymathlab. So if you want to just go into Mymathlab, you don't really want to watch the video lectures, maybe you've already watched them, you just want to get your work done, then you can go right to that Mymathlab link. If you click assignments, then all your assignments will be there, quizzes, tests, homeworks, whatever your class has. And if you click course home, this is what I usually recommend, then you can actually get all the resources. You can get the assignments, but you can also get the access to the e-text. And also that multimedia library that has additional resources like videos and things that you may want to watch. That's optional, but again, it's a good resource if you want some extra videos. When you're registering for Mymathlab as well, I do link it with our Blackboard course, which is why you see the link right here. So because of that, to register for Mymathlab, you must click the Mymathlab link here in our Blackboard course to register. Don't go directly to Pearson's website. You need to go through Blackboard and the Mymathlab link here in our class. And the first time you click it and you try to click into your assignments or anything, it will prompt you to register. So you can go ahead and register using the access code you purchased from the bookstore. Or if you have a credit or a debit card, you could actually just pay right on the screen as well. As a third option, when you get to that page while you're registering that asks you to enter your access code or to pay, if you scroll to the bottom, there is a link for temporary access, which does allow everybody 14 days for free. So if you're waiting for your access code to come in, or you don't have the funds to buy the book till next week, everybody has access to that 14-day sort of free trial, they call it, if you need that. Finally, discussion board. So again, let's say you've done your lectures, you feel pretty good, you just want to get right to work. If you click your discussion board, then that will show you all the discussion boards for the class. Again, this one was already completed, so you can see there were almost 120 posts that first discussion. And then for you guys, you have a lot of resource tools that I encourage you to just check out on your own. And the My Grades is going to be really helpful because that's going to show you your grade in the course. So in the beginning of the course, you're not going to see too much there, right? If you're just getting started and we haven't really had a lot of work. But after we get a few assignments in, you'll see that I will create a column in the grade book that tells you your overall grade in class. So that way you can keep track throughout the semester how you're doing. And your Pearson MyLab grades are going to get imported as well into Blackboard. Sometimes there's a little bit of a lag there. So if you notice that your Pearson grade and your Blackboard grade, let's say for assignment, are a little bit off, just give it another hour or two to update, and it should update for you. If it doesn't, let me know. I can manually push that update through. But just so you know, a lot of times students may worry if they see that the grade hasn't transferred or it's not the right score. So sometimes Blackboard will update while you're working on assignment. So it may look like your score is low, but it will eventually update. So I do encourage you to check around in Blackboard and just kind of, click around a little bit, get a little bit more comfortable with everything that's there. But if you have questions, absolutely reach out to me. I've been using Blackboard for a really long time now. Not quite, but almost 10 years, so around 9 years or so. So if you need help, absolutely reach out and let me know. And I can usually answer your question for you. Another last thing too is I do encourage everyone to post a picture in your Blackboard profile. So it just makes it nice so that when we're doing discussions or things, we can see each other's picture and kind of see who's talking. And you can do that just by clicking your name up here. So if you click your name at the top of Blackboard, it's kind of hard to see. So again, I have a lot of courses, but if you go down to the bottom and see settings, and click that, you'll be able to click your personal information and then edit it. So you can upload a picture there. You can also edit your notification settings. So if you want to receive more or less notifications via email or even via text message, you can change all that stuff there as well and update it. I do recommend making sure you're getting the announcement notifications so that you stay up to date on things and have it go right to your email or to your phone if you prefer. But again, you can edit everything here.